It's 4 years to the day since the mosque attack in Quebec City. 6 people murdered, more than a dozen others wounded. In a move to honour the victims and to show solidarity with the survivors, the federal government has marked today, January 29th, a National Day of Remembrance. The day will also be used to promote action against Islamophobia. Well, for more on this, we're joined by Ihab Lotayev. Now, he is the co-founder of Muslim Awareness Week, and we reached him in Montreal. Mr. Lotayev, thank you again for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this. The 4th anniversary since the Quebec City mosque shooting. Can I ask you to reflect? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, I have mixed feelings. I think that a lot of the efforts that the Muslim community with other allies is doing, including Muslim Awareness Week, to really deal with the root causes of what happened in 2017 and have people understand more the Muslim community beyond the stereotypes, beyond imaginary presumptions, is a great effort. It's working, but I also think at the same time that there is a segment of society that we're not able to reach, that is digging its heels more in xenophobia, and that our work is cut out for us.
Presumably the idea of having this day of remembrance is aimed at targeting that group and changing those feelings. When you heard of the announcement of the day, how did you feel?
I actually felt quite good because we have been asking for this for years. We've also been insisting as a community that we will do our work so that when the politicians see that we are adamant, not just to commemorate, but to work hard to build bridges and spread understanding and spread communal feelings, that they will react. I also want to warn myself and everybody that announcing this as a day of action against Islamophobia doesn't solve it in its own. It just gives us more of an opportunity with more allies to work to deal with the root causes of this sad massacre that we never imagined would really happen so close to home.
Can I get you to give us your best understanding of why those attitudes exist, why they have, as you suggest, hardened in the last 4 years?
They exist mostly, in my opinion, because of ignorance. People, when you don't know somebody, you're worried about them. And when you're worried, some people start to hate and start to react to that. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is, unfortunately, the stereotypes that are set by the media, by reporting about incidents around the world, most of the time in sort of unobjective manner that spreads a certain image about Muslims. Of course, that doesn't explain everything. I mean, it really needs a sick mind to come and do something like what happened in Quebec City 4 years ago, but it lays the ground. Now, the other part of your question is, why are some people digging their heels more? Because I guess politicians in our time, in our day, till today, here in Quebec, and of course the influence of a presidency of Donald Trump cannot be ignored, they tend to sow the seeds of such issues, and it makes our job so much harder to counter that. So the battle we're having against Bill 21 is a part of that. The refusal of Premier Legault to acknowledge that there is systemic racism in Quebec. His comments just yesterday about the federal government's announcement, they don't help. They don't help, and they encourage some people to dig their heels, as you said.
There is a day, though, and that day is today. You're holding an event to commemorate. What are you going to do? How's it going to look?
We're actually holding multiple events. I mean, this year, as everybody knows, has been living virtually, all of us. So there are multiple virtual events held today. But I have to say that we in Montreal have decided to hold an event, even a small one, a physical one, on the same site where thousands gathered the evening after the shooting, and hold a physical event there to give people a feeling that we are still together physically. Of course, we will respect physical distancing and all the health directives. But that is one event that will be held at 5 o'clock physically. Other than that, there are commemorations in Montreal at McGill University, virtually at Concordia University. Muslim Awareness Week is doing a commemoration in the evening today. So there are multiple events taking place.
Can I ask you on this day, those who were so shocked across this country 4 years ago to hear the news of what unfolded in that mosque in Quebec City, as this day unfolds, as you have your commemorations, what can the rest of Canadian society do to help you in your efforts to change those attitudes?
Really, a very few words. Try to know Muslims better. Try to discuss, meet Muslims. Muslims are a very diverse community. They're actually, sometimes I hesitate to say community because there are many communities. They are people like you and I, professionals, blue-collar workers, family homemakers, have their concerns, their worries, their aspirations, help in building society and contribute to society. Try to know them like that, beyond the stereotype. Meet Muslims, attend events that like Muslim Awareness Week is holding, open discussions, panels. Believe me, I totally believe strongly that knowledge and knowing the other is the key to solving the problems that we are facing. Barriers and not knowing and having stereotypical ideas about the other is really what leads us to where we are.
Mr. Latayev, it's a powerful message, and I want to thank you for sharing it with us. Really appreciate it.
I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Ihab Latayev, the co-founder of Muslim Awareness Week, joining us from Montreal.